talking, but I won't make this very long because we have a lot of stuff to do. Okay, first of all, thank you all for coming because we couldn't do any of this without all of you. Thank you to Rachel and Karen Miller of Custom Awards for putting this on for us. They literally put this on. We just are lucky enough to get the benefits of it. So thank you so much.
Happy birthday!
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, and we have some plaque presentations in a few. But before I do that, now that we've finally got the video going, that video is actually what we see when we go down under the bridges. Or I should say, because the city of Youngstown came in and destroyed the camp, what we used to see under the bridge. Every single person in that video is homeless. And it shows different things, like we get them glasses, we get their birth certificates, we get them hearing aids. It shows just a little bit of everything that we do. We never ever, okay, I was trying to, okay, perfect.
Yay!
Yay! Okay, so, oh, there's Eric. Everybody loves Eric. Eric is awesome. Eric's great uncle was Warren G. Harding, the president.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, there's Billy. There's Billy. But yeah, literally, every single person that you see in that video is like our family. We love every single one of them, and they love us, and they trust us, which is a big problem when you're homeless, is trusting. And we don't sit behind some desks. As a matter of fact, we're too busy for that because we're just volunteers. But we go down and we physically find out what they need. We meet them, we talk to them, we do everything that everyone else doesn't do. We get criticized for it. They say, oh, well, you're enabling them going under the bridge, but we're not. We're not. It's not enabling them to give a human being a winter coat. I mean, it's just not. You give them shoes and boots and clean underwear, clean socks. That's not enabling anybody. That's just life. I mean, we would do that for anybody. We literally would give them the shirts off their back, and we have. The reason why we're having this fundraiser tonight is, besides to raise awareness, and besides Karen Miller's birthday, happy birthday! We got a house donated to us. It's on Indianola, right across from Coca-Cola. Well, and yeah, isn't that awesome? That is awesome. I prayed every day, please somebody give us a house, and it happened. The Saunders are wonderful people, and they gave us this house. But it takes a lot of money to get the house up and running. It's going to be a transitional house that no one has to sleep outside. Even if we have to put cots on the floor or sleeping bags on the floor, at least they're going to have a bathroom and running water and heat. There's probably going to be, I said earlier 10,000, but probably 1,000 people in Youngstown whose address is 532 East Indianola. Because without an address, you can't do anything. You can't get a job, you can't get an ID, you can't do anything. You definitely could. It's funny, most people don't realize you can't get homeless food stamps if you're homeless. Because you have to have an address. But they have 100 homeless food stamps that are called homeless food stamps. But unless you have an address to show, which is very difficult, you can't get the homeless food stamps. But people don't understand that stuff. But I could tell you that stories all night long about that. But like I said, we hope to raise enough money to finish this house. It has to have all new electric, all new plumbing. We've gutted the whole thing. If you go on Rising Above the Rivers Facebook site, you can see pictures of everything we do. I'm going to post the video on there. I don't think that video is on there. You can see pictures of the house that we got. We show like befores, after, like me and Lisa and several of the homeless guys. We spent many hours gutting the house, and you can see all that stuff. So we like to show everybody what we do because, then they know that we're not just talking about it, that we actually physically do it. And one of the gentlemen I took home with me, and he lives with me, so I help them and really help them. I'll tell you real quick what he said to me the other day, and then I'm going to get on with the rest of the stuff. So I have an ice cream stand. I own Blosser's Dairy Drive in Berlin Center. So a couple weeks ago, I told John, who lives with me, I said, John, you know what, you like to do flea markets and stuff. I said, just, why don't you come up to Darrow and just sell stuff that we have donated or whatever. And I tell people, you know, they clear out their house. I'm like, one of the gentlemen likes to do flea markets, and I'll let you know, is it okay? And they're like, fine, fine. So John worked 30 years security. He graduated from YSU with a history degree. Couldn't get a job because he wasn't a football coach, he says. Worked 30 years, his parents had businesses, his dad passed away. One thing led to another. He paid off his mom's house once. His mom passed away. His sister made him pay it off again to pay her half. He says he's not homeless. He ran out of money. But he worked his whole entire life. He had a van. He was trying to make ends meet by going to flea markets. The van broke down. He went to organizations downtown Youngstown. They said, we can't help you. Blah, blah. End up sleeping in a car with a gentleman that I worked with 20 years ago. So he called me in January. He said, Kathleen, somebody's threatening my life. He said, can I come stay in your camper? And he says, I've never been in jail and don't want to be. Mind you, he's not an alcoholic. He's not a drug addict. He's not any of the things that everybody believes you have to be homeless for. And I said, yes, you can definitely come in my camper. As soon as we got to my house, I said, no, you can come in my house because it's too cold. So on the way to work the other day, he said, Kathleen, because of you, and mind you, John doesn't say too much. He says, because of you, I can see, because I got him new glasses. He says, and because of you, I'm not dead, because you rescued me from Youngstown. He says, and because of you, I now got a few dollars in my pocket. He says, and because of you, I'm going to hear for the first time in 25 years, because the Centers for Hearing Care, on August 10th, are giving him free hearing aids.
Yay!
So that right there, in a nutshell, tells you what we do, kind of, and why we do it. We have a woman that lived under the bridge. She got in housing. We furnish their housing for them with the people like you that give us donations of stuff to do it. She had a seizure. She's been in intensive care for almost 2 months. She just went in a nursing home last week. We hope she's going to get better. We don't know, but until she gets better, we are paying her rent out of our pockets because we don't want her to lose her home and be homeless again if she does get out. So it's things like that we do, and like I said, thank you all for coming. I'm going to do a few things now on a lighter note. Okay, so first of all, before I do that, Rachel, give me that ticket. Rachel mentioned that it's an election year, and Don Manning is here. He's in the back. He has tickets that you can only get from the candidates. It's for the Republican Party corn roasting candidate picnic. So he has tickets back there in the back if anybody would like tickets.
Go, Trump!
Okay, so there's that. Okay.